Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Myst Ryft tutorial. Today is day 3, and being as it is day 3, we've just recently upgraded our tools, and it's still a little foggy out there. It's about to be fully day. Not quite yet, though. So we're going to go over some basics of the mod pack. I'm only going to cover about the first week. So you can see this guy is burning to death over here. So effectively, just kind of kill him if you can. Sometimes you can't because they're in a really awkward spot. But that's the thing. So we're waiting on trees to grow, but we've got these crooks, right? Well, we're going to walk over here with a crook, hold a tilde, and hit these leaves. You're going to notice a couple of things drop off. And another crook popped up in our inventory, so we're going to do it again to this one. Alright, what we're looking for is this little doodad right here. This little guy. Gonna be the key to us progressing further. And if you're doing sky blocks, you may be familiar with this principle of the next item we're going to be making is a sieve. I like the random lottery chance of sieves, and oh hey, look, a chest. Whoa. Now there's a chest. Ocelot pet. Night vision scares away creature and catches fish near water. Favorite food, cooked fish. Huh. How about that? Don't usually see those kind of things in here, but we're going to pick you up in just a second, bud. Actually, no, we're going to pick you up right now. Yeah, you can see like our screen actually got a little brighter. Oh, cool. Finding pets like that is excessively rare, to be honest. But it does happen. I mean, you saw it just randomly happened there. However, because of that being there, the fast decay will not kick in. Fast decay will not work properly. Because I can chop down this tree, which the leaves are attached to, and effectively those leaves, they don't register properly. They're their own entity, which isn't bad. Like, for instance, for what we're going to be doing now, it's actually kind of great, because we're going to go silkworm, and we made sure that none of the leaves were touching. So it's not touching anywhere, which is great, which means it can infect any other trees. And we're just going to let it kind of go. If you've never played a skyblock, effectively what we're doing right here is we're essentially creating we're creating an easy way to get string. By the way, I'm just shift clicking everything because it's fast. Honestly, it's faster and it allows you to know what you have. So like, for instance, I don't need more wool right now, so I'm not going to keep this wheat on me. I do, however, need to catch some fish for this guy. I wonder if he catches his first set of fish, or if you have to. I don't know, I've never actually seen this guy, so it's kind of neat. In our tutorial series, we randomly found something that I haven't seen. So, as you can see right there, that's something that can happen. You can just randomly have stuff appear that you didn't even know existed. If we're just like near him, or do we have to? We probably have to feed him first, which I mean is fine. So, oh, by the way, unlike if you were to use this tool on a normal tree, it would normally cut down all the wood, right? Well, essentially, because of what we did with the crook, these trees don't register as natural trees unless they have leaves. So, like for instance, this one here. See how it plopped it all down? Well, it's because it registers as an actual tree. Whereas this one, even if I do this one right here, or here, I'll do this one right here, show the idea. It will only cut the top and bottom block above the one that I'm chopping. So you can still mine down trees pretty quickly with this. However, it is a bit of a thing to where it's not necessarily going to guarantee you'll be able to cut down a tree. But you notice I grabbed the apple sapling? Well, that's because we're going to actually plant it here in a second. We're going to clear us a little bit more ground. We're just going to keep chopping. Just chop, 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 chop. A lot of saplings off that one. Let me guess, you're starting to decay. Yeah, okay. Well, and unfortunately that is something that can happen. Is occasionally, because of fast decay, leaves will slowly start to decay on their own. I can actually save this tree, though. It'll be a funny looking tree, but it'll effectively work as a normal tree now. So then we're going to take a crook, probably the injured crook here, and hold a teal day again. We're essentially just hoping to get one silkworm, which we did. Actually, we got two. Great. And we're going to go infect our now really weird tree. And we're going to continue chopping wood so that we can... We're essentially making farm space right now. Because of where we spawned in, the idea is that we kind of want to make sure we've got plenty of room. We want to make sure we've got all this room that we can expand, because when you get into the later portions of the mod pack, like getting into the deep Ars Magicas, getting into where you've gotten your first things like a Califactor, or getting into your MFE networks, you know, like any of those things, you're going to want to have room. Now, if you don't have room, what you can do is you can artificially create room by creating a Myst world. Now, that being said, we probably won't cover how to make a Myst world in this first week, but we may. We may. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to say we're not going to, and then, you know, I do it next episode. I don't know. Depends on when we get a squid, or if we find a black flower. Because effectively, that's the two items you need. You either need a black flower for somewhere. There's a spider dying somewhere. I kind of feel bad for it. I love these woods. Sakura wood is probably one of the few woods that I absolutely adore working with. This just looks so pretty. Oh, good, and I got one sapling. So this is effectively kind of what you're going to be doing for a little while, is going around and getting materials and, you know, the basics. Now, if you want to get an interesting hint, clicking one of these will start an entirely different subquest. And that subquest isn't bad. It's just not something I want to do right now. By picking it up, you essentially start the Britannia subquests. And the idea of starting Britannia, it gives you the slow rundown of how to do them. Now, another thing that you can do is, if you want to know how to get started in most of these mod packs, now I'm not going to say all, but most, you can actively hit, what is it? Is it options? No. Escape achievements, here you go. And you can go through Minecraft, Blood Magic, Britannia, Myth and Monsters, like all these have kind of their general idea of how to start. And so it'll really give you kind of the basics of like, hey, do this, it works, you know, and like this will start this. And again, I'm not going to show you everything, so that you can find some other stuff on your own. Because the idea isn't this isn't going to be a long, like super long Let's Play unless you guys just really like it. And if you guys really like it, just let me know. I don't mind turning this into a long, you know, super long Let's Play, because, I mean, some of you may not have computers that could even run this. You know, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh yeah, everyone can run this mod pack. You can't. You need at least 4 gig of dedicated Java 64 RAM, and not only that, you need the ability to understand that if the thing errors out, you have to understand what it actually errored out with to be able to fix. And that's why my friends, when they play on the server and play on the mod pack, effectively they always come to me, hey, how do I fix da 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 da? I found this glitch. Here's video proof of what it did. and then I go and I repair it. And usually, if you guys bring me, like, hey, I found this glitch, and I need a fix for it, you know, like if you guys were to do that while playing, I'll try and see if I can't find you a fix for it, because I know not... Oh, squids. See, there's squids. I was like, we need to find squid first. So there's squid A, squid B, squid that drowned over here. Oh yeah, I essentially made a squid trap. How funny. Alright, step in, so our night vision kicks in. Squid murderizing, squid murderizing, squid murderizing. So, I guess we may be covering Myst Ryft. Oh. Come on, swim. Swim. Meow. Okay, so see, he pulled up some fish. So he does, when you're in the water, they will actively fish for you, which is great. And you heard the little meow noise? That, I guess, was him telling me, hey, I need fish. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook up some fish. Yay, fish for our kitty cat. So, and if you guys want the world seed for this, unfortunately, I don't remember how to do the code for it. But really, about any world can spawn like this, you know? I mean, this is on a server, mind you, so, like, I'm having to render a lot less because of it. But another thing you can do is, if you like the Minecraft music, you can turn it up, turn it on. I just find it to be a little overpowering at times, so I usually turn it off. So we're gonna pull out some cooked fish, and you hear the cat just ate, so now we can see everything just fine. Now, note though that if I take this off my inventory, that bonus goes away immediately. So that says it lists as cooked fish, so I wonder which one it'll actually count as. But yeah, so effectively now we have night vision, which is great. And I guess I'm going to start teaching you guys Myst Ryft in the next episode. Or actually, we'll go ahead and get started now. I mean, I think I've got all the stuff to get started now. It's down here at MYST. And we'll start. First thing you need to do is make an ink mixer. Which, by the way, if you just left click, so 5 stone, 2 wood. I've got that. We've got that. Cobble. We're gonna take this, and we're gonna take just like this. Now saplings are a great way to burn. It takes 2 to make 1 charcoal. So effectively, if you really are just hurting for sticks or charcoal or anything like that, that's a great way to do it. And essentially, we're gonna make another furnace right now to help aid in the charcoal making. So probably actually make 2. We'll make 2. Because we're going to have a lot of things that need to be smelted, so... Now, also, if you're really hurting for time, you can also make these into slabs. I'm not a huge fan of slabs, but it is something you can do. So... I'm going to grab one more piece. Here we go, so we can turn up here, go here. Then we're going to look for sand. I know I have sand somewhere. Oh, joy. Should have just enough. Throw some sand in there. I come down here, grab a few more pieces of charcoal, slap that in there, and then we're going to slap this birch wood in there. So you got all 3 of these cooking right now. That's just so cute. I didn't even know that one was a thing. And because of R's magic, you can actually see the night vision symbol right off the little side of your cursor. I gotta just go ahead and turn you into however much charcoal you'll create. And do the same with you, and then wanting you to burn fully. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start making the Myst Ryft. Because like for instance, these guys I'm gonna pull out here and I'm gonna throw this stone in there. I have more cobble than I do. I have more little stones. And more little stones. Okay, that's not a big deal. So you need 5 stones, so you just gotta kind of wait on that, and then we're not gonna be doing anything with this one up here right now. So we are, however, cooking down here. So, just a quick question: if you guys have any questions or anything that you would like answered, like, you know, what all's in this mod pack, or you know, like, hey, what can I do with da 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 da? Just let me know, because there is a lot of things that you can do here, and most of it that I probably won't just fully cover. So if you guys want to know something more specifically, just let me know. So first thing you're going to want to do is create 3 glass bottles. You're going to need them because you're going to need them for 1, for making an ink mixer. For 2, you're going to need it for another thing as well. So right here in just a second. So the first thing is make an ink mixer. Ink mixers are real simple. Now, you'll notice we're kind of running out of space again. That's why I created this chest over here. It was essentially to start throwing stuff in here. Because we're going to start needing some other items, and it's going to be a little harder to get them with this limited of space. So, because the next thing we need to create is a bookbinder, and you need 3 iron, which we have. So, I just put up the iron. Yeah, I did. I'm a dork. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this into wood. I like the Sakura version of this one. Then you take 3 wood across the top. I get you a bookbinder. So you've essentially got everything you need now. Like legitimately, that's everything you need to get started in Myst Ryft. Other than sugarcane and a good source of leather. Which, with all the animals that are around here, literally it's not that hard to get leather. Like for instance, we step out here. Hi guys. What we doing? What we doing? We having a party? We having a dancing party? So my house was apparently going to be besieged by creepers, but luckily because I have the ocelot, they decided they weren't going to besiege me. This is awkward. That's the thing to note. Kitty Cat's power does not work in water. So this is one of the more awkward things that can happen in the game. You just randomly walk out to find creepers. But yeah, so that's a thing that happened, and luckily I was recording when it happened. But so it's about to be the start of day 4, so I'll bring you guys back in the next video. We'll see you in the next one. Later.